What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? AJ Gore here, and we are back once again for another Tuesday Night Live. And guess what, guys? It seems to me that all systems are a go. Now, last week, I don't know if you guys tuned in, and if you were on Facebook, you didn't tune in because Facebook was having issues. Did not know this until the moment I was about to go live, clicked into my dashboard here to keep everything going and rolling, and it had an alert. Facebook is having difficulties. It's on Facebook side, not the StreamYard streaming platform, working to resolve the issue alongside Facebook, blah, blah, blah. So you know what? Unfortunately, last week I went ahead and postponed everything we were going to talk about because Facebook actually tends to be the broader platform that gets a little bit better reach because of the shadow ban of whatever YouTube has against me using StreamYard on YouTube. And unfortunately, I can't naturally go live on YouTube through the app, through YouTube, because of some kind of weird manager setting that is messed up in our account. I don't know. We've looked into it. We're trying to figure it out. Nikki's the only one that can go live naturally. And of course, she gets great views. Good for her. She earns it. Glad to see it. But unfortunately, I got to use Shadowban. But anyways, Facebook is back. YouTube is working. We're going to keep charging along, guys. We've got some giveaways to announce here. Got some names right there. So if you guys think that you may have been one of these giveaways from about 2 weeks ago when I first chose these names that I was going to announce last week, hopefully you're one of those names. And of course, if you know these people, give them a tag. Let them know, even if it's in the rebroadcast. That way they can contact me and collect their prize if they end up winning. What is that said prize? Well, it is the Sharky 3 spinning reel, a.k.a. known as the People's Champ, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, that is a spinning reel that has been around for quite a while, almost as long as KastKing's been around. I mean, it's maybe not that long, but it's about 3/4, little over half, easy 5/8 of KastKing's lifespan. We have had the Sharky 3, and it is a tried and true fan favorite, and we are back. But without further ado, guys, if you are watching on Facebook, do me a favor, give me that share as much as you can so I can keep giving away Sharky 3s and Zephyrs and maybe MGTIs and Lethal Blazes and pliers and apparel and everything KastKing that we want to be able to give away. We can do that through reach. How do we get that reach? Through you guys, the fans. So please do me a favor, especially you Facebookers, give me that share, give me that like, and let's keep those numbers pumping. So let's get to it. First thing we got is 513 Diggs says almost showtime. Gary says, hey Diggs. Who else we got in here? We got scroll down a little bit because those guys had a heck of a conversation. Brandon Johnson, what's going on? Melissa Justice in the house. Of course, Jennifer Ludman, glad to have you back. Nathan Bell, hello. I'm just checking to see if I end up seeing anybody that is in my list here. Sean, how are you? Patrick Feely, glad to see you. Hi, Age. I got myself a Rekon rod. Now wanting to get a Capstan Elite high-speed pair to pair with it. What else we got? Jennifer Ludman. Of course, said hello to her. Chana Argus, hello. All right. Fishing says, what's up? It's Benji from Florida. Glad to have you from Florida. It's AJ from Arizona. How are you? William Joe Elliott, glad to see you. The Frog King is in the house. And guys, that is this gentleman right here. Rashawn Hunt is the Frog King. And if you guys are looking for some good frogs, definitely hit up Rashawn. He'll get you dialed in on some of those products that he puts out there that makes him the Frog King. Doug, glad to have you in the house. Always glad when Doug blesses us with his presence. Who else we got in here? Milton, the Milton Thompson in the house. The one, the only, Mr. Milton. Hey, Adam, how's the old hip doing? Glad to see you. Glad to have you in the house. What is it? What do we got here? Oh, man. William Joe Elliott bringing up the past, bringing up that old stuff when he said, Rashawn, I can't believe I lost that coin toss. Man, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. You know I still love you, William. You know I do. Who else we got in here? Nathan Bale. I think I spoke to you a moment ago. Steve Yeckel. Crappie Kev. Bayou Outdoors with Jason Pittman. What's happening? Juan Pedroza. Yeah, we got ourselves a pretty good little cluster of people jumping in here. Devin Cartwright is in the house. Glad to have you, Devin. Glad to see you. Troy, how are you? What's up, my man? Troy in the house, also dropping some good content too. Brandon Garcia, don't worry. We waited. Hip, hip. We're glad to have you. All right, guys, let's get rolling. Rodney says, long time no see. Well, Rodney, glad to have you back. All right, guys, let's get to it. Let's get it going, guys. We've got some great products, and then we'll roll straight into that giveaway. We're going to knock it out and have a good time, guys. Patrick's saying I caught 20. What's he saying? Caught 20 porgies this past Saturday on my Rover combo. Nice, nice. You know what's crazy? I went out fishing a lake I haven't fished in quite a while. Actually, I did fish. I shouldn't say that. Haven't fished from a boat. But on my anniversary, the wife and I went to the marina of Apache Lake here in Arizona. Hung out on the beach for a little bit, hanging out, enjoying our time and our anniversary. And she allowed me to soak a line for a little bit. And I actually ended up catching quite a few bass while we were hanging out there on the beach. So got out there this weekend with a buddy, which I haven't fished with on a boat in over a year and a half, maybe going on 2 years. And we went out there, struggled in the morning. And I thought, you know what? Started to put something a little bit together, and we were going to hit some areas. And I thought, let's go hit the spot by the marina that did me well in April. And it actually ended up doing us very well. And I ended up going from very little fish to 12 bass, 2 big bluegill or sunfish. And then my buddy, he caught 2 bass and 3 big sunfish. And it ended up being a good day. We didn't really get on to fish till about 10, and we left by 1:32. So not too bad. We got it happening, got in there and had a good time. So it was great. Anyways, all right, let's get to it. Having a good time. Put those lethal blazes to work. And we'll talk about the lethal blaze in a second, but I'm going to start the show off with a set of pliers. Why? Because everybody needs a good set of pliers in their arsenal, and we've got just that in the AeroVice. It is a split ring pair of pliers that I have to show. They are available in a non-split ring. Now, I would like to take a time to tell you guys you need both. If you do not have a straight nose and a split nose in your arsenal, you are missing out. Now, let's talk about reasons why in just a second. But real quick, as we get to that, these AeroVice 7.5 fishing pliers are made of 420 stainless steel, okay? So that means they're not going to rust. They're not going to be susceptible to corrosion from salt water and things of that nature. Now, they also have a nice polymer or plastic style sheath that also, if you have a curved pair of pliers, you could use this sheath for those. So it looks like they multi-purpose this sheath, which is always a great system. If you don't ever want a product as much as possible that only has one purpose, really. Anytime, I mean, they have their purpose, but anytime that you can multi-purpose something, that's a great idea in business. And they did just that with the sheath. So you might recognize this from some of our past pliers. If it's going to work for these pair of pliers, why not use it? So you do have the belt loop, or you can put it in a pocket system right here. This is a not very sharp, as you can see. It's a very flexible, not going to jab you too much and not real hard, not pokey, not very uncomfortable sheath. That's going to work well for you. This also has a lanyard attached to it, so you can clip it to a belt loop in case you drop it, fall off the kayak, on the bank, out the boat, you still have it. So that's pretty cool attachment on these AeroVice stainless steel pliers. Now, like I'd mentioned before, they are 7.5 inches long. Okay, that's where the 7.5 comes from. And like I said, it does come in a split ring and non-split ring option. Now, let me go ahead and show you guys. This is the non-split ring option. So one cool feature to really take knowledge of is, okay, this is a big split ring, big old giant split ring like you see here. Now, if you have a system that also, like, say you want to change out hooks or things to that nature, you bent a hook, you want to add a hook, you're messing with any kind of split rings, you definitely don't want to have to use your fingernail, get in here and try to like spread it. Like this is what I'm trying to do right here to show you. It's really tough, especially the smaller they are with bigger hands. Now, if you notice with that little tooth there, that's exactly what this is for. Now, granted, those of you who know what a split ring pair of pliers is for, please be nice in the comments. Some people don't know, okay? So this is who I'm talking to, the people that don't know or that don't pay attention. This little tooth is designed to go in there easily and split that ring apart for you. So watch how quick and easy that works, okay? You come in, You drop your little tooth in there, trying to watch the camera and watch the split ring pliers at the same time. Boom. Look at that. Did you see that? See how easy that opens up? So now you can run a hook, another accessory, anything on there. That is where split ring comes in. Now, or that tooth. These still are going to work really well for you to have to fight a hook out of a fish's mouth or use them as traditional pliers. But granted, that straight pair or that straight nose is going to work the best for you in those applications. So you have two different options that are really narrow field. This will do a lot of work for you, as well as will the straight nose. But if you need to open split rings, you got to have that tooth. I prefer a very large tooth on a split ring pliers, because anytime you have a very small, thin tooth, yes, it's going to penetrate and get in between those two metal barbs and split that split ring very easily for you. But if you're trying to slide a hook on there, sometimes a very thin hook or nose on that split ring plier is not going to open the split ring large enough to allow you to get whatever accessory you're adding, whether it's new hooks, another split ring, to add multiple hooks or do different things like that. It can get cumbersome. So I prefer a larger tooth. Now, this in particular model, if you look, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it very well. It's almost like, you know what it reminds me of? Anybody in the Southwest can see this. That looks like the stinger on a scorpion, okay? Now, for a lack of better understanding, I'm going to draw you guys an illustration of what I'm talking about. Standard hook or tip on a split ring is like this, okay? Kind of a triangular shape. Now, the thinner they are, the easier they're going to penetrate and open up that split ring. The larger they are, the little bit more cumbersome they're going to be to get to start to penetrate and open it. But once they do, it's really going to open it and allow you to easily manipulate and put on whatever accessory, hook, other split ring, whatever, blade for a spinner, whatever you're trying to do, it's going to allow you to be able to do that easier. So it's a yin and a yang to it. Well, KastKing thought to themselves, how can we make this design better? Thin is sometimes a pain in the butt, and too big is sometimes a pain in the butt. So KastKing, on this particular set, if you look, like I said, it looks like a scorpion stinger, and I'm going to draw a larger version of that so you guys can see. It's almost like this. Okay. You see how it starts off real sharp down here, but then all of a sudden expands nice and broad across the format. That's going to allow you to get that easy penetration. And the more you compress those pliers, it's going to push in more and open up those split rings a lot easier. So if you can see it, it's hard to see on camera, but it has that little bit of a curve to it that's going to allow for you to open that even better. So it's pretty awesome little design, little change in engineering. It's those micro changes. When they first put a split ring tooth on there, big change. Small to big, helps people in multiple ways. But you can't make everybody happy all the time. Well, this is definitely an attempt at that. And I can see how that's going to work very well. These right here, because of that, became my new favorite split ring pliers. I have multiples. I have a bunch of these, a ton of these. See, you know what, Jose, you're not wrong. I've got to put this up there. Just like, you know what, like we love getting blazed with the lethal blaze. AJ loves easy penetration. He's not lying. I don't know if this is a play on words. I'm not following if this is trying to be a joke, but it's true. Anyways, I do love that. The fact that these are going to go in there off of this knurling and that little bit of a change in round. Yep, it's going to easily penetrate, allow you to spread it open and get those accessories in there the way you want. Jose, you dirty dog. I tell you, I love you for it. Anyways, yeah, that's going to work. So yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm just hosting the show. I'm just hosting the show, however it goes. Sometimes you need those little things in there. Jose, settle down there. Jose, settle down. Yep, they are. Are the spring hinged? Okay, so they are. The hinge is spring. See that? That's a great question, Melissa Justice, right here, waiting for my pliers to come in. Good job, Jennifer. So check these out. They are hinged right here. So you let it go, it's going to come flying back open. But also a cool feature, since we're talking about that, is because they're hinged, they're going to want to fly open all the time, and that can be a problem. just letting them sit relaxed. Say you want to compress them, you have a lock, and now that's going to keep them from flying open. Pretty cool little feature, easily accessible with your thumb. Watch, look at my pinky finger. This comes right open. Compress it, latch it, it's locked. Comes open very easily right there, so you can actually get to it. Now, another cool feature is this. Let me go ahead and pull up. You can't see it on camera as good, but let me come down here and see if I can find a picture that's going to show you. Yes, right here. Serrated edge. This little jaw area with the blade right here is absolutely serrated, okay? So that is a serrated edge that's going to allow you to cut all your like plastic lines. And when I say plastic, I mean they're not truly plastic, but it's the easiest way to understand the difference between braid and like fluoro, tripolymer, copolymer, and monos. These are going to cut those super easy, but they're really going to excel with braid. And as you can see from the photo I'm showing you guys here, let me go ahead and blow this up a little bit larger. They are saying that this pair of pliers is going to give you a much cleaner cut than allowing a fray on this size. Now, my son is just getting home from work. My dog is probably going to bark, so I apologize, guys. I apologize. Let's go ahead and hide this comment and keep rolling with the show. But yeah, that is another great feature of those. So let's get to the main big selling points of this pliers and why you guys need them. Yes, they do come with a different tool knurling for straightening and tuning baits. You can also hook hooks in here to help cinch and tie knots and keep the hook point away from dangerous areas. Large serrated cutting blades. Told you. I told you. Hold on. Shania, come here. Hush. She's probably going to bark some more, and I apologize. Here he comes. I'll give it a minute. It's my dog and my son. She gets she's so excited to see her buddy here. Here he comes, and now she'll probably be a little bit quiet. All right, so we'll keep rolling with the show. All right, so again, got the different knurling here to help tune baits. You got the holes to put hooks and different things in there to help tighten things up. And then, of course, the large curved toothing for easy penetration and help spread things open. You do have a big flat jaw edge, so you can still use that tooling. And then, of course, you have this non-slip rubberized coating in a solid one-piece design with the hinge spring system. So each jaw is a one-piece system. It's going to allow for rigidity. And then, of course, connected in the center with a spring pivot. You do have a locking system. You have a tether. And then you have also other options for securing it in there. Again, does come with a sheath. So, guys, these are a great option. 10% off right now. So $15.29 whether you get the non-split ring tooth or the standard jaw here. What do we got here? Hold on. Lonnie Brewer in the house. Got to give a shout out to Lonnie Brewer right here. One of the best days ever because it's Tuesdays right here. This guy right here is a co-conspirator with Mr. Brandon. Brandon Garcia, that is. All right, guys. So check it out. These pliers are available right now. You can get them on KastKing.com. You can get them on Amazon.com. And then, of course, probably find them on TikTok Shop. Now, these are on sale right now, 10% off on Amazon. If you go to KastKing.com, you can also use my discount code AJWKK to take advantage of that. Now, since we're talking discount codes, let me throw that on the screen. That way you guys can see that. AJWKK does not work on Amazon. It only works at KastKing.com. Now, this is a great place to buy on Amazon because if you guys have Amazon Prime, you can see this within 2 days. And a lot of times, if you live in a big metropolis area or metropolitan area, you guys will be able to see next day service with some of these. So that is one benefit to purchasing on Amazon. If you guys are in no hurry and you want to take advantage of my discount code, KastKing.com is also another great option. So those of you guys watching, just tuning in, stay tuned. I'm going to be announcing some names for that giveaway, and we're going to keep on rolling. Now, hey, Mr. AJ, much love from the Bay. Much love to you, brother. Much love to you. Now, granted, Chris, he actually got himself a Sharky 3000 after we verified that on a live that he did a video on them. Can you tune a lure with them? Yes, absolutely. So that was some of the knurling right here. You can see it right there. on that top, that's going to be this guy right here. You can tune a lure with those. So great option for those. But back on what we were saying, great question. Thank you for that. Guys, going to be doing the giveaways. Sharky 3. Chris was one of the last winners. He did to get his. Chris, can you let the people know in the comment section, are the giveaways real? Did you actually get a Sharky 3? And what did you have to do? Did you spend money to get it? Or did you just participate in the comment section? Let the people know how it happened. Jennifer Ludman, she's a former winner. You know, we've got a whole slew of former winners in the comment section, guys. So if you haven't won, if you haven't participated, Brandon Garcia's got the best question of the night. And just by joking around with this question right here, Brandon, you are entered to win. Have you won yet? You're winning at life, brother, and you already know it. And by the way, I'm craving some birria tacos, bro. Birria tacos. You were the first person to ever introduce me to birria tacos, and God bless you for that. God bless you for that. Anyways, sorry, we got Brandon knows what's up. Hip, hip. AZ no brim all day, every day. So, all right, we're going to move on and keep going. But what I was trying to say is, guys, make sure you're commenting in the comment section, hitting that like, Facebook, share. That's how you guys are going to be entered to win future giveaways. You can always do that. So, all right, now, what is the next topic that we're going to talk about? Not the reels, even though I've got these rods outfitted with reels. It's more for aesthetics, just so we can enjoy the way it feels right here. Let me post this comment right here because Chris is the man. The giveaways are real, and I just participated, watched while at work, and won. Didn't spend anything. Mahala. Yeah, brother. That's what I like to hear. KastKing loves to save you money any way we can. Great products at a great price. We throw out discounts and deals out there all the time, but when we can hook it up and do a giveaway like Mr. Give It Away AJ right here, as you can see at the top of the screen, actually it's listed up there. Give It Away AJ, it's my hashtag. I love giving stuff away, and we're going to do it again. All right, so right now we're going to be talking about the Rekon rods right here. I've got a Rekon reel on this one, but guys, let me show you these Rekon rods. They're gangster, dude, if I could ever say it. Like, it's crazy. Let me go ahead and share the screen. These are great products. We're going to go with the Rekon saltwater rod. Now, guys, check it out. So what I've got here, now granted, I live in Arizona. There is no oceanfront property next to me. George straight lied to you. But I'm going to be using this rod. Even though I have the Rekon on here with a little bit more of a power handle, I will probably be removing this reel and putting it on some other Rekon models, which I will show you in just a moment. But this rod right here is going to be in a 7-foot medium. Okay, this is a 7-foot medium. It's going to be a great option for a lot of the different fishing species that you guys are going to be out there in the saltwater market. But for me, on freshwater market, because I can't fish saltwater because there is no saltwater around me, this actually has a great action that I think is going to work like a great drop shot rod. I do like the long handle. There's a beautiful long AAA cork that you can see on these Rekon rods. You do have a graphite nylon reel seat. And this reel seat is a little bit different than other reel seats that you guys are going to see on the market. So you actually can unscrew this one right here. That's kind of a locker. And then you have a secondary reel that you can, or reel seat that you can back off like that. And that's your actual reel seat, okay? So it's like a lock nut. You're going to put in the foot of your reel. You're going to advance this forward by turning that nut on the backside. Once you get that secured, cinch that down. That is pretty much like every other reel seat on the market, okay? Very similar. Now, this is a secondary reel seat nut that you will screw down. And when it is bound against the first reel seat nut, what that does is act as a lock nut that keeps the original reel seat nut from backing off. I can't tell you how many times, no matter what brand of rod combos or rods I'm using that has that kind of a system, well, not the double nut system, they will back off. Vibration, riding around in a truck, heavy use, casting, retrieving, catching big fish, causes lots of flex and can actually cause that reel seat to back off slightly. And if you're not paying attention, your reel can come off or come loose at the worst of times. So that is definitely something that KastKing put a little bit more thought into and go, you know what? Let's change this design. How can we innovate and make things better? And it did just with that by adding that locking secondary nut on the reel seat. Again, graphite nylon reel seat. You've got the AAA cork right here. You've got your drop shot style hook holder up front. I know some people want them down here. Some people want them up here. Some don't want them at all. You can never make everybody happy all the time. But in this particular design, that's where they put the hook holder. Gorgeous. It's almost like a grayish blue color, which you can't really see in this lighting. It is a beautiful setup. And we're going to scroll down and take a look at some of the different other features. Now, this is an IM6 Terray graphite blank, okay? And anytime you start to get into that IM6, like we said, and that's kind of a benchmark for KastKing, we pretty much build the majority of our rods IM6 or better. And once you get to that IM6, now you're getting into a really great high-density graphite core with the first layer of carbon, then a secondary carbon tape layer, and then a third carbon layer. So really you have 3 layers of carbon. First one's carbon layer, carbon tape, and then another carbon layer. So 3 layers of carbon on that high density graphite core. It's going to give you a great action, great feel. Now, we also, of course, utilizing a 2-piece design with that spigot joint. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. KastKing has figured out how to make a beautiful spigot joint that is going to allow that power to transition and let this rod feel like your favorite 1-piece rod. Of course, stainless steel guides with those zirconium ceramic rings on here. So that's going to be great for all kinds of different braids. It's going to be perfect for any of the plastic kind of lines, like I said before, which is going to be, and I just always generically say plastic because it looks more of a plastic. Monos, tripolymers, copolymers, and fluorocarbon. This is going to work great for a lot of your different species in the saltwater market. This one right here I'm showing you guys is a 7-foot medium fast action. Me in a freshwater market, I'm going to be using this for a drop shot rod because I think it's going to work really well, or like say Ned rigs and other finesse techniques. Now, you got to go a little beefy. They can go beefy. KastKing stepped it up with a couple other models, and I'm going to show those to you guys right here. Still getting those stainless steel guides, still getting those zirconium ceramic rings, but check out these power handles. Now, these guys are a lot more beefy, and what I'm showing you right here, this one here with the smaller handle, of course, granted, a big, huge rubberized coating right here for that non-slip grip up front. You got a big foregrip, still have that that drop shot style hook holder right here. If you guys can see it in my hands, okay? Same type of reel seat design, but now you have almost a traditional fighting butt with a whole lot of room up front and foregrip. Still have that locking nut. This is a big beefy handle coming in at that 7.6 medium fast. That's going to give you a lot more power. Go after big redfish, a lot of other saltwater species. But let's say you want more power. And I can tell you what Milton Tom's going to want. He's going to want to go out there and catch stingrays and doormats and everything else. Well, you've got that with this. Look at the size of this handle right here. That's about a 2 foot to going closer to over the 2 foot mark with this 8-foot rod. Okay. So this is an 8-foot medium heavy fast action rod that is just fantastic. Gigantic handle on it. It is a 2-piece design, so you're going to be able to break it down and not have that cumbersome battle of an 8-foot rod. Same thing with the 7.6. Same thing with both of those actions in a heavy 7-foot and a medium fast action 7-foot. So great options for you. Like I said, stainless steel guides. The larger you go, the bigger the reinforcement on the guides. Spigot joint, so it's going to allow you to have that breakdown to transfer it in a lot of different ways. It's going to be great. Yes, Lonnie, you know about them power handles. I know how you put them to work, man. You got to get your grips on them. You love just gripping it. So, guys, check it out. IM6 technology. These are great, great saltwater systems that you guys are going to be able to go put to work inshore or offshore. This rod's about to fall. I don't want to drop it. So, guys, check those out. $79.99 is your price right now. And then, of course, click on this savings icon right here. If you guys can see my cursor, click on that. Instantly save $12 and get you taken care of. There are some terms and conditions to take a look at it, add it to cart, and get hooked up. Now, granted, you guys, with Amazon Prime, 2-day delivery, unless it's in stock in a metropolitan area, you guys can have it possibly next day. That is the way to go. Of course, if you guys want to order these are always available on KastKing.com. Take advantage of that discount code in that system. So, guys, definitely check it out. Some great options to choose from, but I want to get to that giveaway here real quick. But first, I got to share this new system that we got right here, the Lethal Blaze, guys. This is a great combo to talk about. Now, if you remember, I just talked about the Rekon being an IM6 technology. A lot of our benchmark is IM6 and better. So like the Rekon, the Centron, the Lethal Blaze, they're all coming in that IM6, which like we talked about is a graphite core, a dense graphite core, super sensible, super fantastic. It's going to work great for you. But then, of course, it's got those different layers of carbon wrapping to them. So realistically, 3 different carbon layers, if you think about it. So don't want to go too crazy on that IM6 and get hung up on that because we've covered that so many different shows. We also just covered it with the Rekon. Same type of technology being utilized in the Lethal Blaze combos. Now, these here I have for your viewing pleasure is both Lethal Blaze combos that I did use this weekend at Apache Lake here in Arizona. This guy right here, I was throwing a weightless Senko, okay, that you can use like a jerkbait and take advantage of a lot of the Senko actions. I've got it on a giant 5/0 hook, right? EWG hook with about a 1 foot leader, okay, on a barrel swivel, okay? So what that's going to allow me to do is dance that Senko like a jerkbait, but then let it fall like a Senko. Jerk it around like a jerkbait, let it fall like a Senko. That is a phenomenal way to whack them, guys. It's gonna murder for you. Flip this around structure, around docks, around toolies. It is awesome for you. I'm running about 15, I think this is 15 to 17 pound tripolymer. I think it's 17 pound tripolymer, to be honest with you. Smaller diameter. It's closer to more like 12 to 15 pound diameter of a fluorocarbon, but it has great action in this tripolymer. That's why I like using the tripolymer. I get a little bit smaller diameter. I can go up higher in my test pound rating, so 17 pound, and it'll work like a 12 to 15 pound. I get a better presentation in the water column. Love it. So it's a little plug right there for the tripolymer. Go heavier in your tripolymer pound test and still have great action. Look at this paint job, guys. I don't know if you guys can see it really, but I'll bring it up on the screen if I can find it here. Let's see. Do I have a photo? I'll scroll down. That's going to give you guys a little bit better idea of the paint scheme of this rod. So let's see. Yeah, I do right here. Okay. So if you look on the rod, there's actually like a flame. You can kind of see it in this area right here. There's a flame blended in to the clear coating on this, that resin technology. And then, of course, you got the Lethal Blaze, get blazed up with the Lethal Blaze from KastKing. But then you have this super rich, like burnt orange. This color actually matches my Norco, my mountain bike. So it's actually pretty funny. My wife pointed that out. And I love that burnt orange color. Nissan had the Titans and a lot of your like Jukes and things like that rocking that burnt orange color. KastKing's utilizing the same thing with the Lethal Blaze combo. Available in a twin tip system in the spinning and casting. So what's great about that, like I talked about in that IM6, it is a 2-piece rod. But let's say something happens and you, heaven forbid, you get a tailgate action going on, you break a tip, you break a rod, you get it caught in the door, in the ceiling fan, or something happens out on the water and somehow you break one of your tips, you got a second tip, which is basically an insurance policy in hand, which is phenomenal. You do have an EVA grip up here. You've got that graphite reel seat up top, and then, of course, a rubberized grip down on the bottom with a little bit of a ergonomical feel for your palm. And then, of course, you do still have that blank. I always say anytime you've got a rod that's going to allow you to show that blank for your hand to contact, you're going to get that much more sensitivity on those nicks, dings, anytime early strikes are happening. All right. So then, of course, you have the fighting butt with an EVA handle right here. Of course, you've got the KastKing Emboss logo there. Now, let's talk about the reel. Okay. Both of these rod combos are coming in this, and we'll get to the bait caster in just a second. Let's go to the spinning. Okay, let's go ahead and select spinning so we can get some of those options here. We'll go into, let's show what I'm showing you. Let me find the 3000 series. Where did it go? Right here. 7.4 medium in a 3000 series. Let's go ahead and show you guys some of the specs. 17.6 pounds of carbon fiber drag on this spinning reel, which is a great system to use from. Let's scroll down and give you some of the specs on the spinning. Okay, so now in your gear ratios, all of them are going to come in a 5:2 to 1 gear ratio. as far as the reel goes. Length of rod, 6'2", all the way up to a 7'4". Actions is where it's really going to change. And then, of course, 2,000 to 3,000 series reels. This is a 3,000. 2,000 is going to be a little bit smaller. Both of these are going to work great for you. 2,000 is going to work great for your smaller species, more finessability. 3,000 is going to work for just about everything else. 6'2", medium light, which is going to have a fast action to it. You also have that available in a 6'2" with a medium with a fast action. It's going to be great for like drop shot on that medium fast. Same thing in a 6'8", in a medium fast and a medium light fast, and then of course 7'4". So for me, I like that medium fast action, that especially in a drop shot. If you're going to be doing any kind of power shotting, then start to move into that medium heavy and things like that. Great options for you in that spinning design. Now let's talk about the baitcaster. Okay, baitcaster is beautiful. It's rocking a 5-button powerful magnetic braking system with an adjustment on the side. Okay, you do have kind of a rubberized, it's kind of a harder rubberized plastic handle or knob on this handle. It is an aluminum handle. You've got kind of a rubberized coating or finish on it. You do have a tension knob. It is a non-detent tension knob, but a very good working tension knob. Granted, I was rocking the Whopper Plopper with this guy today. Same kind of handle here. You've got that rubberized handle with the ergonomical opening. You do have the pistol grip, but with 2 different access openings, so you can feel that rod blank. So like I said, early strike technology, you're going to feel it. You're going to want to set the hooks and be alerted sooner. Both still having that power transition system in that spigot joint in the 2-piece. That's going to feel like your favorite 1-piece. This is an IM6 blank and a great system. Now, 5-button magnetic braking system. And then, of course, let's get into your drag. So we'll go into, we'll call it the medium heavy casting, okay? Now, this one's going to give you 15.4 pounds of ultra smooth drag, which is really good. Usually KastKing's right around that 17 mark. This combo is coming in super affordable at $90 combo for pretty much just about whatever size you choose. You're coming in there. Granted, you can get down into the $85 range, but let's talk about gear ratios in this baitcaster. 15.4 pounds carbon fiber drag, 5+1 Maxi-Dur shielded ball bearings with a 7:3:1 gear ratio. So yes, we're in that 7-speed gear ratio. That has become an industry standard that just flat gets it done. So guys, I don't know if you guys are already blazed or you're looking to get blazed, but get blazed up with the KastKing Lethal Blaze and be a lethal adversary out there on the water while all blazed up with that KastKing Lethal Blaze, guys. $89. Click that $13.50 savings, add it to cart, and get it here by this weekend and get out there and get it done. So, speaking of getting it done, ladies and gents, let's get it done on that giveaway. Who's ready for a giveaway, guys? Who's ready? Rashawn, are you ready? Melissa, you ready? Matthew, you ready? Medium fast, perfect for a drop shot. Yes, sir. It's what I love to say, and you are on it with me. Joe Cool says he's very happy and he's very blazed. It's happy hour for him. Yeah. All right, guys. We're having all kinds of fun. Puns, just playing it on words. Everybody's having a good time. You know what? That's what it's about. Let's just have a good time, especially with all the ill will that's going on in the world right now. I mean, I don't want to get into politics. I don't want to get anything like that. But you know what? We've had some troubling times on our hands these last couple of weeks, and all I got to say is God bless everybody out there. I wish everybody the best. God bless everyone. I love everybody. Let's just be nicer to each other, people. Let's just be nicer to each other. That's just God bless the world, and let's just be nice to one another and get blazed up with the Lethal Blaze right there. All right, guys. Let's have a good time, and let's do some giveaways, okay? So here we go. I've got our giveaway winners selected, or I should say finalists. All right. So here is the coin that we're going to use the coin toss. It is not a dual-sided coin. As you guys can see, it's your typical standard coin. I use it every week. Here we go. So we're going to talk about our finalists for Facebook first, and we're going to go with Jimmy Ellis versus Nick Homey. Jimmy Ellis versus Nick Homey. If you're in the house, I'll give you guys to the count of 5 to comment in the comment section. If you are here, YouTube or Facebook, however you're viewing. These are the two people I found from Facebook. You might be watching from YouTube tonight. You might be watching from Facebook tonight. If you're in and you're watching, you don't have to be present to win. But if you're here, I'm gonna let you guys pick. If not, I'm gonna have Lonnie Brewer pick for Facebook, and then we'll have somebody else random pick for YouTube contestants here in a minute. So, all right. So, Jimmy Ellis or Nick Hamay, if you are here, you have to the count of 5, and I will let you know, and I'll get your pick here. So, Lonnie, start figuring out who you're going to pick, or if you're going to go with heads or tails. So, all right, here we go. 5. If you're watching, guys, time to comment if you guys want to pick your heads or tails. 4. Let's see them. Get in there. 3. You're on standby, Lonnie. Get ready. 2. 1. All right. That's it. So, Lonnie Brewer. Lonnie says tails. Okay, so Jimmy Ellis, you are going to be tails. Here we go. And this is for the Sharky 3. And I'll let you guys pick whatever's available in stock up to a 4,000 series Sharky 3 if you're the winner. From 2,000 all the way up to a 4,000 series, so long as it's in stock, Sharky 3. So here we go. Heads is going to be Nick Hamay. Tails will be Jimmy Ellis, courtesy of Lonnie Brewer. Lonnie Brewer saying tails. Let me go ahead and throw it up there. Lonnie is saying tails. That cowboy says tails because you are a cowboy. You are a cowboy. All right, here we go. Is Lonnie Brewer going to get it with tails? Because they say tails never fails. We're going to find out. Here we go, guys. Here's the coin toss. All right. What do you guys think it's going to be? What do you guys think it's going to be? Lonnie says it's going to be tails. What are you guys thinking? Chris is saying heads. Matthew keeps saying he wants a 2,000. He's just in it to win it, isn't he? All right. Lonnie's saying Sharky. Heep, 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 heep. Brandon Johnson says heads. Bass Pro says tails. Rodney says heads. Let's see. Chana says it's heads. Nathan Bale says heads. Scott says heads. All right, let's see. It is tails. Lonnie Brewer prevails with tails. Man, tails never fails. Look at that, guys. Read them and weep. So Jimmy Ellis of Facebook, you are our winner. So let's move right along. Jimmy, if you guys are watching, if anybody knows Jimmy, hit me up on Facebook Messenger, a.j.gore, G-O-R-E. I'm the guy holding up fish in a straw hat. Can't miss me. Hit me up on Facebook Messenger. Prove you are who you are through, of course, Facebook and everything. I've got you picked out. And I'm going to get all your shipping information, what size reel you want, and we will get you dialed in. You have 30 days to claim this. Now, YouTube, here we go. Let's get our YouTube contestants going. And it is going to be between Robert Barnes versus Mike Christian. Robert Barnes or Mike Christian. If either of you guys are in the house, you have a 5 count coming up soon. And if you guys do not answer or comment in the comment section quickly, I'm going to pick somebody at random. And let's see. You know what? Who are we going to? Jennifer Lude, sorry. I'm going to have you pick if either of these two, Robert or Mike, does not show up in the comment section to pick heads or tails. So we're going to see. Let's see. All right. So we're going to start our 5 count. If you guys are here, please let it be known, or Jennifer Lude is going to comment for you. Lonnie Brewer, he commented and he picked tails earlier for Jimmy Ellis, and Jimmy won. So here we go. Here's our 5 count. Here we go. 5. Robert Barnes, are you in the house? Or Mike Christian, are you in the house? 4. Now's the time. Matthew is cracking me up. So, all right. Jennifer, get ready to pick. 3. 2. 1. All right, Jennifer, in the comment section, let us know what you're going to go. We're going to go with, this will be for Mike Christian. Mike Christian. Whatever you say is going to be for Mike Christian. So let's see. What do we got? What is Jennifer going to say for Mike Christian? Is it going to be heads or is it going to be tails? Is it going to be tails, heads, heads, tails? Let's see, Jennifer. Jennifer says it's going to be tails. Tails never fails. So this is a back-to-back tails. Here we go, guys. All right. As my wife gets ice, she's making it cold and frosty in here. Here we go. There's the flip on the hand. And normally I'll keep you guys waiting, but we're going to get through it and we're just going to see. What do we got? Oh, man. Tails never fails twice in a row tonight. Perfect. So Matthew Christian, you are a winner of our Sharky 3 reel, courtesy of Miss Jennifer picking that for you. Good job, Jennifer Lude. Thank you very much. She's also a former winner as well. So apparently she just knows how to pick them. Good job. And always tuning in. So Mike Christian from YouTube, do me a favor. If you see this or if anybody knows Mike, you have 30 days to claim this. I need a screenshot of your login page to prove you are who you are. Hit me up on Facebook Messenger, a.j.gore, G-O-R-E. I'm the guy holding up fish in a straw hat on my profile picture. I'll get you dialed in, let you pick whether a 2,000 all the way up to a 4,000 series Sharky 3 and get that shipped out to you shortly. Guys, that's going to do it for me. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow night when Nikki goes live on YouTube on her show. Of course, check out Hunter. He's always going live on TikTok, and he's plugging away at that TikTok shop, just getting things done. That's going to do it for me, guys. Make sure you're following us. TikTok USA, or TikTok, it's going to be KastKing USA. Instagram, also KastKing USA and KastKing Community. And if you're watching right here via Facebook or YouTube, you already know, guys. Just make sure you click that subscribe button, that notification, and share this, and always comment so you can be entered to win in future giveaways. Guys, I love you. God bless you, and we will see you guys next Tuesday night. We'll see you later.